Here we go. Hello, YouTube.
Good morning, Internet.
Welcome to Bourbon and Zeppelins. I'm David.
I'm Jeremy.
This is Mechanical Carrots.
Mechanical Carrots, where we talk about some mechanical tech stuff that is nutritious and delicious.
Yeah, we're going to talk some tech news and give you some really uninformed opinions on what we think about things in the tech world.
We're going to inform ourselves about the opinions, that's for sure.
Just a quick note at the top of the show for those of you who are watching on YouTube. Please know that we do film this show live every week, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Mountain Time on our Facebook page, so facebook.com/Bourbon and Zeppelins. If you can't remember that, you can just go to our website, bourbonandzeppelins.com, and there's a link there somewhere that takes you to our Facebook page, I think. I'm actually not 100% sure now that I've said that out loud. No, there is. There definitely is.
On our webpage?
Yeah, it's in the footer.
Yeah. Excellent. That's a good place for it.
It'll also be in the description down below of the
it's
video that you're currently watching, so you don't even have to do that. Anyways, so let's start with our first story of the day. We've got a couple things we're going to talk about. The first story I found is that ICE has modified... Who's ICE?
Who's ICE?
They are the... I forgot what ICE stands for. That's embarrassing.
Immigrations and Customs Enforcement.
There you go. Immigration in the States has modified its risk assessment software, so it automatically recommends detention.
Bad news for Bart.
This is, oh man, I forgot what number I'm on here. Ooh, I guessed right. Got my hotkey right. That could have been embarrassing.
On a side note, if you'd like to come and be a producer for the Bourbon and Zeppelins show, we are currently accepting applications, and as soon as we get one, we'll have a producer.
Yeah, as soon as we get an application. You're hired.
That's what
as long as you can get here. Show up here on a Wednesday.
Show up here on a Wednesday, and we'd love to have you.
And by hired, we mean we don't have any money. You can press buttons on a computer.
Yeah, anyway.
That's what we mean by hired. Anywho, so ICE has modified its risk assessment software so it automatically recommends detention. It has done so in response to Trump's zero-tolerance policy.
Well, yeah. Do we recommend anything other than detention? Zero.
Yep.
All right, so our next story is... All right, so...
oh, man, this is going to unwind.
How... So, what... Take me through, like, what does this all mean, and how is this...
So this all... Oh, God. This all comes down to the immigration thing we didn't want to talk about last week.
Oh, yeah, crap.
Oh, I didn't think about this. I should have picked a different article.
Nice job.
Okay. So Donald Trump has said he wants a zero-tolerance policy at the border. So anyone coming in, whether, I guess, legally or illegally, and by legally I mean people showing up actually asking for asylum as opposed to people caught sneaking across a border, are to be detained and to have their children taken away from them. But that's a different article that we're not talking
about that.
So in order for, I guess, I don't even know why they even have the software running. You might as well just turn it off.
Well, they just created a policy.
Well, right, but they had the software before.
Well, but they don't need the software now that they have the policy.
Right, so why have it... Did I not just say this? Like, just like, why have it running? Right. Doesn't make any sense. Just turn it off.
And they save power to boot.
Yeah. Save some bucks to build that wall.
Looks good.
It's never going to get built.
Oh, yeah.
He's just building a metaphorical wall between him and his allies.
You do know there's already a wall there, right?
Well, not one that goes from ocean to ocean. Ugh. And it's not... How tall was it supposed to be? 32 feet or something dumb?
Anyway, hope they don't have a 34-foot ladder.
Yeah. or a plane.
Or a tunnel. There.
A catapult.
Trebuchet. I like it.
Yeah, if you have 300
okay, did we want to... So, what did we want to say about this? It's bad?
I don't even know. Yeah, this sucks.
It's going to be a short show today.
Yeah, I don't... in retrospect, I don't know why I picked this one. I was having a hard time picking articles today. This other one might be better, might be worse.
We got a new submission.
Oh, yeah, that's funny. That's not a tech one.
Let's talk about...
We can talk about it.
All right. All right, so
Oh man, I don't have.
thanks, Kendall.
I don't have Facebook open.
It's a good thing we. Hang on, I got Slack open.
Oh yeah, do that. Slack it to me, baby.
Oh crap, that's the wrong one.
Yep, I have this article.
Slack sending the wrong messages. All right.
That's what we should
So-
talk about. Slack was down this morning for everybody, for the whole world.
Honestly, I noticed that my Slack wasn't connecting, but it was right after I had had my network card jam up because I was doing too much else with it, and I had to reboot my computer. So I thought there was like a lingering network issue in my office. It was not, apparently. I didn't know about
I'll
that.
grab this CNET one.
Uh,
That's what we're talking about. We're going to talk about Slack. We could talk about this for a little bit.
Jogger who crossed U.S. border accidentally a warning to Canadians. Expert.
Yeah, he wasn't paying it. He got
This
not.
is CNET, and here are the stories that
Oh
matter
god.
right now.
Oh god.
What did you do?
Finally,
I accidentally
stronger,
opened
more
a
secure Wi-Fi
link.
is here.
Don't
It's much
touch the
harder to
links.
hack.
Close that thing. Shh. All right. Jogger.
Okay,
This
hold
is,
on.
I had to,
Quick timeout. Quick timeout. If you are a web developer for any website, don't launch video unless I click play. Not on page load. It's not 1998 when you can start playing Maple Leaf Rag on some stupid meaty thing you've put on the page. We've gotten past this. We aren't using tables anymore.
hang on. Did you mean MIDI?
Yeah, that's what I
did you-
said.
No, you said meaty.
It's the same thing.
Oh, one
Tomato,
is a long
tomato.
No, one is a long I, one is a short I.
Tomato, tomato.
That's right.
Same word.
No,
Yes,
it's not.
it
really
is.
not.
It really is. I'm just saying,
Oh, okay.
don't let Jeremy confuse you web developers. I
Don't
get
use
that you-
MIDI or meaty.
I get that you're a big website, CNET or CNN or ABC or all you stupid news websites. Like, it drives me crazy that Trump is like, oh, these media outlets, all they do is lie. That's not the problem. The problem is that you autoplay video and audio when we don't want that. Come on!
Keep lying. That's fine. But stop playing the
I don't
audio.
believe they're lying either, but that's me. I believe they make mistakes, which is different than intentionally lying. Trump implies that they intentionally lie. Like, reporters have made mistakes forever.
They're either the dumbest people in the world or they intentionally lie. All of them carte blanche. No, I'm not.
Media outlets throughout history have made mistakes, and then they correct their mistakes. That's how it works. That's how news works. That's how it's always worked.
Yeah.
Right? So you can't call them liars because they aren't lying. They reported what they thought was true, and when they find out new information, they update it. And then they autoplay their retraction on their web page.
Some nasty, nasty maple leaf rag.
Some nasty Maple Leaf Rag from 1998.
Garbage.
And then you click some broken link, and you got some jerk
So-
with a shovel and an animated GIF under construction. Anyways, this guy crossed the border. He went out for a run.
He was a
didn't know where
French
he
teenager
was.
who accidentally crossed the border from Canada to the United
It
States.
could happen. I mean,
And-
not from. I'm not going to accidentally
From
cross
France?
the states from. I mean, yeah. I mean, you could be French and also be Canadian. French Canadians are a thing.
Yeah, but this says a French teenager, not a French Canadian teenager.
Does it have to say French Canadian?
Well, the two are very different things. Ask anyone from France.
I don't know. Like if
One
I
has a
leave some-
Canadian passport and the other has a French passport.
Right, but you can still be French. Like maybe like if reading this and not reading I'm not reading past, so I don't know if the dude's like from Canada or from France. But being that this is a Canadian story,
It's a French citizen.
okay, I'm just saying.
So it's not a French Canadian. He's French.
Would you let
I
me
don't know why
finish?
we're going after
I'm
this.
just saying that the context of the first sentence is that a French teenager crosses from Canada to the States. I assume they mean French Canadian.
Also, it's a her.
Who cares? None of this matters.
Excuse me, but I believe someone's gender matters a lot.
Well, they should put it in the first sentence if it's important to the story.
Well, I didn't say it was important to the story. Anyway, don't
Don't get on me for not knowing the details of an article that I haven't read. Like, come on.
They the Canadian border guards actually got after her.
They had to chase her?
Yeah, there's the difference between
like she ran
non-Canadians
through
and
a border
Canadians is
crossing?
we don't have to accept you. Well, and I think because she was French, I mean, that should have been an automatic deportation. Anyway, see, we've got a fantastic border between us and the States. You can just, like, accidentally wander back and forth, and ultimately, there might be, like, a warning, but there's no, like, serious detention. There's no, like, that's how borders should be.
I wish borders were like that.
I'm not sure I actually do wish that.
No.
I don't know, because not everybody's just a French jogger.
It's okay. Most people are.
Oh, goodness, I hope not.
Mm-hmm.
Odds
Odds are
you're a French jogger.
Yep. I think we're all born French joggers. And as we get older, we lose
Hang on.
that.
Kendall says there's 2-week jail time. See, this is why we don't take articles on the fly.
Yeah, because I read more of the other articles.
Oh, hang on. She was detained for 2 weeks after she was detained in the States, I'm assuming,
Oh.
because Canada doesn't.
Actually, I remember.
U.S.
hearing
Border
about
Patrol arrested her in Tacoma, Washington.
Guessed right again.
She said it's like a trap. Anybody can be caught at a border. Like, yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'm assuming there wasn't like Checkpoint Charlie type security.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what happens when you have an undefended border.
You get detained for 2 weeks, and her mom came down to rescue her. Huh? Look at that. See,
She's
classic example.
Kendall
of-
should be doing this
I know,
because he actually knows what's going on.
He should be coming and producing this. And
I'm just angry about the stupid autoplay. And now I can't concentrate. That's all I can think about.
And the rag, maple rag. What is the song?
Maple Leaf Rag.
Maple Leaf Rag. Thank you. Anyway. Okay, let's get on to the good article.
That might be public domain. We might actually be able to play that.
No, we can't.
Maybe we can.
Because I quit if we do. All right. Now on
Article
to
number
the-
2. ATMs can be hacked because banks haven't updated Windows despite 5 years of warnings. I don't want to. This is the other thing I hate about websites now. These stupid little pop-ups.
Don't you want to subscribe? I need to subscribe.
I hate when I scroll down like I'm halfway through reading an article and you just scroll down past the trigger point and then
Yep.
boom, pop-up.
Does it scare you?
No. It makes me angry. Sometimes out of spite, I'm like, I hope that they are tracking when I closed this tab. It was as soon as your thing opened up, and I'll just close it. I don't care. This is mainly why I don't read full articles.
That's also similar on Facebook. If I'm watching like a video and then it's like, oh, an ad's coming up, I'm like, okay, and I'm gone.
Stop. Yeah.
I will never watch past a video ad on Facebook.
Halfway through a video, forget it. Yeah.
Like out of principle.
Yeah.
Even if it's something I was really interested in, video ad comes up on Facebook, done.
All right.
On we go.
Anyways, with this story,
right.
there's a bunch of ATMs that are still running Windows XP, and Windows XP is no longer supported by Microsoft. So there's going to be no more security updates or patches for it.
It's hardly supported by electricity.
And so a lot of ATMs a lot of ATM companies haven't updated or haven't changed their OS to something that is supported by somebody. They should just be running, frankly, some flavor of Linux.
If they had any wherewithal whatsoever. We're about to launch our Bourbon and Zeppelin's fundraising campaign, in which we will be hacking into all outdated ATMs and collecting the cash.
Nope.
Send half the cash to Happy Dude at
Send half of what cash?
The cash that we're about to get everybody to go and hack and
Oh,
and
here's
collect
what,
for us.
here's what we want you to do. Go to your ATM, take out half your money, and send it to us. This is social engineering. This is what real hacking looks like.
I bet it works
It might.
on half the people. That's all about halves.
That's, yeah, that is true. You couldn't do DOS because of Y2K, so they did have to make the move to XP. That's the only thing that makes banks change their mind about anything.
Absolute obsolescence.
Yeah, we have no choice but to change something. And I get where they're coming from. Jeremy and I were sort of having this debate earlier. Like, it's dumb. Like, from a development standpoint, you look at it and you're like, no. You got to keep things up to date, because because you want to have your security there, make sure your patches are there. But from, like, if I'm a banker, I also understand that my system cannot go down for any reason. I cannot lose data for any reason. And when do you lose data? When you change over things, especially big things like OSs.
Yeah, actually, Kendall and I have this philosophical argument a lot. I update as soon as there's a patch available.
It is also, it can also be pricey to update, which is why they should use open source things
Yeah, because
that
it's
are
free.
that are less pricey.
Open source, yeah, and well supported.
Things get patched by smart people.
No, Kendall refuses to update systems unless there's a demonstrable reason.
See, and the thing
Which
is
I
that,
get,
and
too,
they can't go to Windows 10 because
Why?
because Windows 10 just reboots.
It's true.
It just reboots. Like, it just stops caring at some point. Like, you can put it off and off and off, but then,
If you
just
do that,
eventually
it's going to
reboots.
update it.
It lets you do it like twice, and then it's like, no, we're doing this right now. It's like, no, I'm in the middle of working remotely. Can't do that. Like, I remember there was a whole bunch of stories of people who had recently, like small businesses who had recently switched their systems over to Windows 10, and their POS would reboot in the middle of the day. Right? Like, you can't have your point of sale reboot in the middle of the day, right? Or
Which,
like.
There are actually group policies that you can put in place so that it won't do that on you. They're hard to figure out, so you have to be a good sysadmin.
Well, okay, so I'm talking about like a small business where they had their cousin build a website for them, and they bought the cheapest version
exactly.
of Windows
Well,
10.
it's Home.
Windows 10 Home.
Which you can't do that on.
You cannot do that on.
Yeah.
You have to have Pro or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what they call
It's
all their
Pro.
stuff.
Yeah.
Right, and then you have to understand how to administrate a computer. Right, like you can't just not do it. Like, it's super dumb.
It's almost like IT consultants have value.
Like, we can tell you why it's a bad idea to go buy the cheapest version of Windows 10 and make your business rely on it
Yeah,
in a critical fashion.
you're gonna do it anyway because no one listens to us.
Anywho, so
It's all right.
yeah, so I guess
Windows
the takeaway
365.
here is careful, your ATM might get hacked if you own a bank. That's pretty much it.
It's
And hire IT consultants if you don't know what you're
this
doing.
this was an interesting article because it's always intriguing where you find these corners of very bad infrastructure.
Yeah.
Uh,
Banks are terrible. Like 10 years ago, it was made very clear to me that if I wanted to make a lot of money, I should learn COBOL and go be a consultant for banks, because everyone who knows COBOL is retiring or dying. And a lot of financial infrastructure is still built on COBOL systems. So they need people who can fix them or update things.
Mhm.
But I don't
Did you do
wanna
that?
learn, no, I don't want to learn COBOL.
because you don't want to make a lot of money.
No, I want to do things that are, good. I don't want to work at a bank.
I want to do
Ugh.
things that are fun.
Ugh.
I want to enjoy my life. I want to.
Ugh. Yeah. Anyways,
Working at a bank is for suckers.
right. Anyways, that's been Mechanical Carrots for this week, episode number 3. I've been David.
I'm still Jeremy.
We are Bourbon and Zeppelins, bourbonzeppelins.com every Wednesday live, 8 p.m. Mountain Time on Facebook.com/Bourbon and Zeppelins. That was
Bourbon and
super clear.
Zeppelins.
There's going to be a bunch of links down below, YouTube people, so click on those. If you're watching on Facebook, stick around because we're not done yet. Bye.
See ya.